video, it's going to be a little different than normal. As you see here, I'm in Philadelphia. Amy, are we looking good? You guys let me know if you can see me by typing a number 2 in the chat. I'm upside down. I'm sideways?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Sideways. Who's gonna do a live stupid like this? Okay, I guess. I don't know. Hold on, guys. Again, this is frustrating. For the, when you're saying, oh, right here, auto rotate, that should change it. All right, sorry, guys. Now is it better? Still not better? Am I still sideways? All right, we're gonna have to do it this way. I apologize for the strange live that we are gonna be doing today. I need to make sure that my phone doesn't fall as it's being plugged in. How am I gonna set this up? How am I gonna do this? You know what? Let's try this. It's gonna work. Kinda works. There, buddy. There we go. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Hey, okay. Is that better?
Okay, so Facebook understands that if you started the stream for the camera 5 minutes, goes off the stream like that.
Well, I did start it sideways, but the problem is that I had the lock on. So we're gonna, I guess, have to do it this way. It'll be a little different, but if you can, please type a number 3 in the chat if you can hear me okay. There's a lot of craziness going on when you're trying to do a live in a hotel room. So I am currently in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I'm up here for work. And I had gone to a couple different Halloween stores while I was up here. I've gone to some Spirit Halloween stores. I pretty much had every animatronic that I needed from a Spirit store. Oh, Jacko says 3 but muffled.
Yeah, I know it's about this.
Okay. Let me try it this way. I'm trying to keep it lower in here with a better sound, but I'm not sure how I'm going to accomplish this. Hold on. This is going to be very, very, very interesting to try this, but it will work. This way. Sorry for how unconventional this is, but we will try to make it work here, guys. I promise you, we make it work, I promise. Halloween enthusiast dropping a $5 super chat, I can see that. Does that at least sound better now? Should not sound so muffled. Are we good? Yes, okay. There's an air conditioner going on. I don't have my normal camera. The lighting is weird. But I had to show you guys an animatronic that I was able to get. But first, we need to celebrate that Halloween enthusiast sent over a $5 super chat. I just need to grab something for my drums. Any suggestions that may be in a hotel? Maybe some pens, some straws, some hangers, pillows, says Night Yoshi. The wall, I don't want to do that. Hands, water bottles. Spike says to use the poles, the lamp, jump on the bed. The ice bucket. So the ice bucket is actually holding up my phone right now. The Bible in the drawer. Hold on. Let's see how loud it gets. Does it need to be louder, Amy?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Go get some speakers.
I'm gonna get some hangers. Time out. Appreciate your patience. Oh, you know what I can do? I think I got my sticks, guys. So in these hangers, what's that?
I usually just wait for this to around.
These sticks are in this hanger. So can I pull it out from both sides, or? Probably shouldn't be doing this, but oh no! I now have like legit drumsticks, made of wood and all. Halloween enthusiast sent $5. I now have a pair of drums sticks. So the stores I went to some Spirits, I went to some Home Depots, I went to a store called Masquerade, which was a very, very large costume store, and they had a bunch of old rare jemmies. I tried to see how much they were, and they said, hey, you need to hold on and wait until the owner comes. The owner comes in the morning. So wasn't able to check out those older animatronics. But I did notice that up here in the Northeast, props seem to be hitting the stores way before they're hitting where I live down in Texas. So I was able to find 2 props that were not available down, at least in the Dallas area. So one of them is Teary the Clown, which we're going to go ahead and unbox live. So yeah, before we do that, you guys know how we normally do. We have like a Q&A. You can always at the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. Amy is on another device, and she is reading comments. We cannot promise we will always get to every single comment. So if your answer or if your comment is not being read, then you can always ask it again. Don't spam. Or you can at the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. Or you can send a super chat. A super chat is guaranteed that we will read your comment. Night Yoshi says, where'd you get your awesome Mario shirt and Cubs hat? I got this Cubs hat in the beautiful city of Chicago. And I got this shirt, I believe, from Target, I don't know, a few months back. So maybe even longer than that. So Nate Scares, how you doing? He says he's sending a fan letter soon. That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to get that. Mr. Halloween Dude, how are you doing? You're asking, what's the other animatronic? Shh, we may find out just a little later. CS Haunts is in the house. How are you doing? Crazy Inflatables Kid. Halloween Enthusiast, again, is here. Said, did you see my email about Popcorn Clown? I don't think I did. I'm not sure when you sent it. But I have not looked at the emails today. Logan's Unboxing says, Savannah, who do you like better, Teary or Henry Hustle? I'm not sure yet because I have not opened up Teary just yet. So, Ali K with a wonderful, sweet question as always, asking, how has your day been? My day has been busy. Very, very, very busy. I have driven to New York. I was pretty much on the border of Pennsylvania and Delaware. I was up in Amish country. I saw actual Amish people. So that was strange for me. I've never seen Amish people before. So it was a fun time. So, but a lot of work. So now I am a little tired, and but I wanted to get a live with you guys, seeing how we weren't originally planning to do a live. So I figured, hey, we're not planning to do one, so it would be a nice surprise for everyone. So go ahead and ask any other questions you may have. Maybe about another minute or two before we start getting into it. Alex Dragon asking if I heard about a Killer Clowns from Outer Space video game. Yes, we've talked about it on the channel. Haunted Realm Home Haunt said he made Ryan do the 69-second plank too. I wish I would have seen that. Again, I've been traveling since Monday, so Steve saying I should have come to Flagship. I'm actually here until Friday, so I just may. Oscar is asking, are we getting young Crouchy? Amy, are we getting young Crouchy?
No.
She says no. So, are you getting Popcorn Clown? Possibly. I really want to get Popcorn Clown. JM Hans asking if I have any props I'm willing to sell. Yes, I have 2 props that I am willing to sell. You can email me at savannahpsychocircus@gmail.com to discuss more details on it. Amy, do you mind adding that into the chat for us? Let's see here, maybe a couple more questions. Do you like Spike or Rat Girl from Spirit? I think that they're both just okay. Rat Girl I'm really not a fan of. Her eyes look great, but everything else is just about her. I could see that Sawyer was asking, have I ever been to Kentucky? I have. Are you near Levittown? I'm not sure where that is, Rock a Fire fan. Rock-a-Fire? I don't know what that is, what Rock-a-Fire is, but I am in, I almost said Pittsburgh. I am in Philadelphia. So if it's near Philadelphia, then yes. So with that being said, again, as I'm doing this, you guys can always ask your questions. It's easiest if you @ the Psychotic Circus of Savannah, and it is guaranteed if you send over a super chat. So Amy kind of handles those and yells those out to me as I build stuff. And usually when you get a super chat, you get a cool little song and dance and ditty. Haunt World, I am in your neck of the woods. I was in New Jersey earlier today. You need a holla at a player. Holla at a player. So let's go ahead and open this box up. It is very big. I will say that multiple Home Depots that I went to find this guy. I went to a total of 4 Home Depots before I found one. And when I did, that Home Depot had a bunch of 12-foot skeletons, had a bunch of the flying witches, so a bunch of the props that maybe a lot of other people find. So, all right, so I'm not in New Jersey. I was in New Jersey earlier today. I'm actually in Philadelphia, Haunt World. So that's why I said you need to holla at a player. All right, let's open this guy up. Oh, God, he's heavy as hell. You know, right here, we're going to utilize this chair over here to hold the box, and then I'll show you all the details of it. I need to find something I can open him up with, and not my Spirit Halloween headphones. You know what? Maybe one of these drumsticks can open him up. Yep, that worked perfect. So let's go ahead and see what's inside. I do know that Brick had unboxed one of these earlier today. I did not have the opportunity of watching that video just yet. So I'm not sure what to expect. I've not watched any unboxings of this particular prop. So, okay, this is really interesting. Let me move that out of the way. So I opened it from the top, and usually when you open a box from the top, it will have all the stuff with the base at the very bottom. But this one has the base at the very top, and this is strange. These weird, I'm assuming it goes to his feet. Weird feet pieces. Piece of cardboard. We have in here is a bag that has his hat and his instructions. I don't believe that we will need to read his instructions, as this seems to be very typical of most animatronics we put together. His hat has hair attached to it, similar to Uncle Charlie. Let's just puff that up a little. He has a nice red flower on his hat. I like to remove the letters off of stuff. It currently has a letter R for Ryan's Haunts. For R for really likes mustard. Son of a butt. There we go. I'm going to pull this thing off. There we go. All right. So again, I apologize for the way that this is all set up, but you know what? This was a live we weren't expecting, so sometimes we have to think on our feet and do what we can do. I'm probably going to steam that hat when I get back to Dallas on Friday, so it looks a little more like the rest of his hat. That's a little bunched up. Amy, do you want to feel free to ask questions while I'm doing this? I can't hear a word you're saying right now.
Dan wants that I'm going to ask for coming in was the songs with giant animatronics sitting there.
That would be hilarious. Might scare him. I should put it in the bed. I just turned the air conditioner off so I can hear you a little better.
Chris and Sophia said, do not ship it.
No, I will not be shipping him. He will actually be going on the plane with me. So this is his pants. Like the little patch on his knee. I didn't really notice that before. The one thing I really wasn't too excited about when it came to this prop is that it's almost the exact opposite for Uncle Charlie for me. Uncle Charlie doesn't really look like a clown, but looks like a clown. This guy doesn't really look like a clown, but in my opinion just doesn't look as cool as Uncle Charlie. Big piece of foam. This is the piece everybody wants to see, which is his head, which here we go. He has a pretty good sculpt, actually. It is a little loose on his, on like the base of him, which I'm not really used to seeing. This is kind of, you know, a little loose, to be honest, but all right.
Minnie 2 Junior said, will you be getting the Lowe's creepy clown?
We actually just discussed that today, didn't we, Amy?
We did.
And the Lowe's Creepy Clown, I believe we will. Amy, like I said, usually is our engineer and the very creative person behind our haunt. And she came up with a plan of how to display that prop today. So here's...
we got a super chat from Mr. Halloween, $4.99.
Oh.
I normally donate $2, but what the heck? I want Teary so bad he's huge.
So, Mr. Halloween Dude, thank you so much. I believe he is huge. His box says that he is 7 feet. We'll find out. And I want to say, for the $4.99 super chat, you now get a song. So, I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Halloween Dude, but you put me in a happy mood. You sent me $5 whole bucks, and now we're gonna unbox this. Fuck. I don't know. There you go.
Halloween enthusiast sent in a $2 super chat.
Oh.
And said you should call room service when he's done.
room service when he's done for a $2 super chat. I'll think about it. No promises. But thank you so much, Halloween enthusiasts. Woo! We're going to do this and then possibly call room service. That didn't really rhyme. That was horrible. It sounded better in my head.
Spirit Halloween Hangout asks, why are you in a hotel right now?
I travel for work, and I am currently in Philadelphia. We live in Dallas, Texas, and so that's why I'm up here. So we weren't expecting to do a live today. On our last live, we said that there was a chance, or not even a chance, that we just weren't going to be doing a live today. And we got this guy, so we decided to do one from a hotel room. So here's his outfit, which, again, not very colorful, so doesn't really go with the clown motif. Really the only thing about this guy so far that has to do with the clown is his face. Here we have his back, which kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle shell. You can see it's kind of like a grate with a piece of plastic over it. And there is a sticker here that says, before turning on, make sure the costume and cables do not come in contact with any moving parts, including motor. So, all right, put that over there. Big old back.
If you've had a Philly cheesesteak while in Philly.
So I did. I yesterday went to, on Monday went to Pat's, which is, the internet says it's one of the best Philly cheesesteak places. I wasn't actually impressed. And then I talked to some locals and they said, oh yeah, Pat's and Gino's, that shit is overrated. You should have went to Oh Brothers or this place or that place. So yeah, I wasn't fully impressed with the Philly cheesesteak that they had. So we got an arm, pretty positive that is his left arm. We have another arm, probably the right if that one's the left. Oh, another piece of cardboard that I'm going to throw away. We're not going to keep that here.
IFAKIV said, when is the next live and where?
The next live will be Friday, and that live will be back in our studio out of Dallas, Texas. So no need to fret. We will be back in our normal environment on Friday. So here is his hands, which really large hands. I guess this guy is pretty big. This hand is pretty big. This is the one that holds his flowers. Not really a super fan of the flowers that he holds. I may want to change that at a later date to, you know, some cotton candy or something that's a little more clownish. Depends on what his sayings are. So I haven't even heard all of his sayings. I know the box says he has 5, so we'll find out. Here are his flowers, which actually look pretty good for some old dead funeral flowers. Really impressed by that. Okay, so more foam. This is, I believe, his head turning mech, because this looks like this is his shoulders. And this motor would move this headpiece. Then we have another control box and mech, and this thing looks strange. Look at that. Super weird. Motor moves, causing this pole to move, which moves, I believe, his neck and his hips at the same time. So that's super interesting. I kind of hate that they started putting these on, because I know they're trying to protect the motor, but there's times that the motor actually gets caught on these little plastic pieces. So, okay, that's his sensor. Some of these are already plugged in, which is a little strange, but, and this one, if you look at his control box, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, It almost looks used, which can assure you this one was not. So it's kind of beat up. That's interesting. Okay, so can you guys guess what's going to be in this box? Can anybody guess what is in this box? A shoe-shaped box for his shoes. Now these are kind of the typical SVI shoes, but they're not, because you can see they have some crazy texture to them. And they kind of feel a little thinner in some places, like towards the back. It's almost like a paper, but thicker in other places, like towards the toe. So, love how they look. Not sure that I love the quality. Got a hip hoop. Another piece of cardboard. Beat is a C adapter, which I love to label all of my AC adapters. And then, as opposed to other ones where these are like zip tied to something or hanging out just randomly in a box, all of his leg poles come in a box. Go ahead and slide those out. All right. So before we start building this dude, is there any questions about Teary as I throw them together?
We got a $2 super chat from J.M. Hawk.
Ooh, J.M. Hunts.
It said at the end of live, tuck Tyrion for bed and sleep with him.
At the end of the live, I should tuck Teary into bed and sleep next to him. That'd be pretty funny. And you know what? Usually I sleep next to my beautiful wife, Amy. In this case, I may have to have a clown to cuddle up with. So, thank you so much, JM. Appreciate you, bro. All right. So maybe because the shoes are structured weird is why the base has that very weird hoop piece. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because I usually like to move my shoes to be a little tilted out. It's more of a natural stance, and these hoop pieces don't really give me the chance to. So we're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna rearrange this room here, and well, they're just gonna have to deal with it. Go ahead and throw this big old chair over here. We're gonna bring this little guy over here. Be a little easier for me to roll around. All right. So. All right. Gotta mute my phone. Sorry if it's blasted. There we go. All right. Onto the leg pieces. If you guys currently have a Teary, type a T in the chat. If you don't, type an X. I'm interested to see who else has Teary, so I can ask you your questions on what you think about it. Putting the first leg on. Amy, can you tell me how many T's and X's we're getting there?
There's 4 T's, 5 T's, 4 X's, 5 X's, 4 T's.
So it seems a lot of you guys have the guy. And if that is the case, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, I can tell, just based off of this alone, this is where his knees are. I have to scoot him back so we can get him fully in the camera. seems to be pretty damn huge. Pretty dang huge. Would you agree with that, Amy?
Are you gonna fit in there?
Is he gonna fit in where? In the hotel room?
Yeah.
Well, I'm 6 feet, so I believe he will, but we'll find out. I mean, I don't want to say yes and then we find out that that's not the case.
Halloween and Christmas animatronic review said, I love his look, but his phrases are wacky. At least some of them.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Eliza said he is awesome, but his eyes stopped lighting up after 1 day. I used the correct adapter and everything, so that sucks.
That does suck, and if I were you, I would be hitting up Home Depot to get a replacement after 1 day.
If we should send you room service.
What's that?
Steve M asked if we should send you room service.
Once he's built, I would say that'd be hilarious. Let me go ahead.
Chris and Sophia said, what do you think about the quality of SDI's props?
Well, it depends on what we're comparing it to, right? If we're comparing the quality of SBI props to other commercially released props, I'm happy with them. Sometimes you have problems, sometimes you don't. But overall, I think that they do have a better quality to them than some of the other competitors. But if you're comparing it to a Distortions or somebody of that caliber, then obviously this is gonna be like a 99-cent store doll versus a Barbie.
Halloween enthusiast set at a $5 discount.
What?
5 for at the end.
Halloween enthusiast really wants room service. Halloween enthusiast really wants room service. Halloween enthusiast really wants room service. Appreciate you, brother. Alright, so I will say on his pants, these are some pretty big old pants here. Quality feels, decent. Doesn't feel plasticky. Definitely has a more of a cloth feel to them. So I'm happy about that. Let's go ahead and slap this piece together, which is strange because, let me unplug that. His legs kind of lean back, and his piece kind of makes him lean forward. So I guess that's where we get the straight standing part, is they kind of cancel each other out. Make sure that we plug this back in.
Jacko, the average monster, said order ice cream and then act like you're feeding it to Teary in front of the room service food.
That would be very, very strange.
Chris and Sophia said his build is very similar to Stitches the Clown, which is 8.5 feet tall.
That's crazy. This guy is only 7 according to his box, so should be interesting. There's a couple other plugs here that I'm not sure. I believe this one goes, okay, to the motor here. Alright, so we now put on, I believe, his hip bone. So 8.5 is Stitches. This guy is still about 1.5 feet shorter than Stitches. I have a feeling that whoever put together Stitches was really thinking he was going to be the big guy on the block and had no real idea about Cackles coming out. So, but maybe not, because this was a Home Depot prop, and I'm sure that they knew that there were other 12-foot props coming out. It's almost like that's becoming a brand.
Uneasily Hunt said, I'm doing a killer clown from outer space. Steve, I guess, have any ideas on what I should do?
So if you check out our haunt from last year, who was that? Unveiling Haunts. If you look at our haunt from last year, so if you just go to our channel and type in 2021, you will see our haunted house. It was all Killer Clowns from Outer Space themed. Feel free to borrow, feel free to evolve on our ideas. I will say it was very successful, so there is quite a bit of great ideas that we used, if I say so myself. Alright, so we're now putting this part on. I think you guys will be able to see him fully. His head would be like up here, so yes, I believe so. I want to make it a little more even though, so move that chair out of the way. Actually probably get him a little closer for you too. So here's his sensor. Here is his piece to his second motor, which we got to plug in. Now that is plugged in. And then I hope that the wires on his head are super long because they only come about right here. So, interesting. Think before.
Halloween and Christmas animatronic reviews said what you think the best clown is that Spirit has made this year. For me, definitely Nozzles. I also own him and it's 6. Lucky Bottoms is a close second.
For clowns this year?
Yes.
I would say for clowns this year, I am more of a fan of, I don't know if you would consider Monty a clown or not, but if so, I'd say Monty is better. That's a little weird on there. I guess that piece goes there, but it's a little weird as it presses up right next to this motor. If we're talking strictly about clowns, then I agree it would be Nozzles, then it would be Lucky Bottoms. Lucky Bottoms, surprising that I actually enjoy as much as I do. I originally didn't think he was going to be that great of an idea, and I definitely like him more than Mr. Punchy, just because Mr. Punchy is such a pain in the butt to put together. So, we're going to go ahead and attempt, keyword is attempt, to put this guy's coat on without getting on the bed or something. So let's see if we can.
Here said I went to Home Depot and they had a 15-foot fan, and it was awesome. Might be good for next year.
Yes, we have seen that 15-foot Phantom. I also saw one at Home Depot, and it is huge, and it flies through the sky in a very crazy, ridiculous way. I was thoroughly impressed with it. Amy, you saw it as well, right?
Yes, it's amazing. I really was thinking about changing it to a clown somehow. I love it. It's so awesome.
Amy is wanting to change it into a clown. Can everybody hear when Amy talks on the live? If so, please type an A.
They can, probably. Yeah, nobody's saying anything. Oh, hey, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Amy is not with me. Amy is on another device right now, and she is talking to me reading the live chat. So she helps me out just as she normally would at home, except at home, she is the master of our lighting and our camera work, and kind of helps me stay on track sometimes, or all of the time. So I have to do my live with her because it would not be the same without her.
Kristen Sophia said, John, I'm in the process of building a Terrifier prop.
I love Terrifier. A Terrifier prop would be amazing. I've had conversations with, at this point, one manufacturer and one retail company about making and or releasing a Terrifier prop. I wish they would have done it this year, seeing how Terrifier 2 is out next month. If you are not familiar with Terrifier, it is a crazy, crazy, crazy slasher film that really pays homage to the 1980s type of slasher films with like the Michael Myers type of vibe, where it's just no matter what, you can't stop the guy. All right, so we've got one arm on. We're going to go ahead and put his hand on now because I'm going to use the Velcro on this hand to kind of help me with his gigantic coat. So I feel like he's kind of at an angle though. Doesn't he seem like he's a little leany? A little leaner? A little leaner? Maybe it's just the way that the outfit is right now. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about real quick, and it was kind of in the lieu of Halloween, is from outside of my hotel window, I can see Benjamin Franklin's gravesite. I'm a big history dork, so I really loved seeing that, and Liberty Bell, and all the great history that is in this fine city. So, yeah, thought I'd just add that in there. Where the heck did his head wires go? There they are. So I'm going to plug his head on real quick so that we can connect his wires. Then we will finish his outfit, put on his hat, and then, holy crap, he'll be ready. So we're going to go ahead and put that there, bring his wires down to connect with his others. Red to red, black to black. These wires do seem to be a bit more heavy duty. So I don't remember who said that his eyes had stopped lighting up. But it's almost surprising because these wires are pretty hardcore. Alright, let's pull his coat up here. How's he looking so far, Amy?
Okay, I was going to see him in person.
You will see him in person in just a few days. He is very tall.
Spike the Clown said was Underworld easier than he thought. I'm assuming the second time around.
The second time around he was. The first time around, hell no. Very much hell no. Second time around he was, because I kind of remembered how his whole thing should be going. So I like that they gave him a little bit of a turtleneck here. They could have gone a little more detailed with the latex on his head, but that's all right, I suppose.
Pico Arby said, I don't think I've ever heard of this. What is your favorite clown prop?
My favorite clown prop, if it was released from a big box store, meaning a spirit or something of that nature, would be the old Uncle Charlie. The old Uncle Charlie. So there he is so far. Let me put his hat on. He's very tall, but he is leaning forward, and it's almost scary. I feel like he's going to tip over, but let's hope not.
Jack's Haunted House said, hey, it's been a while since I've been on your live. I hope you're doing good.
Thank you, Jax. We are doing great. We are doing great. Our lives have been really picking up lately. We've been doing a lot of unboxings on our lives. And we're glad that you made it with us today.
Allie K says you still hate Underworld Clown.
Yes, I will always hate Underworld Clown. With a passion.
Steve M said give him a hotel remote in his hand.
What's that? Put the hotel remote in his hand?
Yeah, instead of the flowers.
That's funny. We'll do that after a demo.
Michael Vogel said, did you plug his sensor in?
Yes, did plug his sensor in right here. Which is kind of hidden, almost like a button. Not really a fan of how his hat sits on his head. There's a Velcro piece in the front, and it would have been better if there was a Velcro piece on the back as well. He also has a couple strands of gray or silver hair that I feel should be a little more visible. Now I feel like a hairstylist. I don't know if you guys can see
Dakota
it.
Average Sponsor said, you are one of the best Halloween YouTubers out there. Keep up the good work.
Well, thank you so much. That was extremely sweet of you. And I appreciate that you appreciate that I appreciate you. So,
Halloween enthusiast said give him the Bible.
put him in that hand, huh? Let me scoot him back just a little so we can get kind of a better view. This guy's huge.
Kylo.
He would actually be much taller if he wasn't leaning forward. So what do you guys say? We plug him in and we check out his 5 sayings on this strange vertical live from a hotel room in Philadelphia. Yes, yes. I'm going to go ahead and plug in his sensor. I'm glad that they gave us a very long AC adapter. Let's go ahead and plug in his control box, which I think, oh, it's lower. Sorry, buddy, I gotta lift up your coat here. I'm not sure how loud this guy's gonna be, so he may scare the people in the room next to us. Which, hopefully it'll be hilarious, but I don't want to disturb anyone. But I'm going to crank him up all the way. So let's see. Oh wait, I need to turn him on to constant mode, which would be here. All right, let's see. How's he looking? Looking good. All right.
The animatronics guys.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You better hide, or I'm gonna catch you. You know what I love about rotting flowers you find on a grave? They're free. They sure are pretty. Once a clown crawled out of a grave to get all the attention he desperately craved. He picked all the flowers and soon after devoured and chased after all that misbehaved. Start running! Ring around the rosies. Want to chase each other around this hole in the ground? You gotta watch your step. We all fall down. She loves me not. I love me, you're gonna rot.
I think that's all his sayings.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You bet.
All right, so this guy is huge. His movement is actually extremely interesting. It's a little more fluid than I was originally anticipating. Let me move him back a little so I can scoot up to y'all. Extremely interesting. His movement is more fluid. The way that the two motors work at two different speeds, it's almost as if he never is in the same area at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it's showing that way online, but his head moving back and forth while he reaches forward, it's really giving this impression of like he's just naturally looking around. Now, him leaning forward when he's just constantly standing, even right now, I feel extremely nervous that he's going to tip forward. I'm not sure if that's how every version of him is supposed to be. but it makes me nervous that he's going to fall. And then the other piece to him is that his sayings, he definitely had a lot of sayings about a cemetery, which I'm not super happy with because that means I would have to like dig a plot somewhere or make a grave or something to really make his sayings match, if that makes sense. I see Nate Scares asking for a side angle. Sure, let me go ahead and show him from the side. You'll be able to see, he seems like he's doing like that. I'm probably making myself seem extremely old to you guys that already thought I was old. He seems like he's doing that like Michael Jackson lean. Let me show you. So it just seems very slanted, which makes me a little nervous, to be honest. I feel like it's a lot of weight being put on those bottom poles.
Chris and Sophia said check the base wells and make sure that they are not going to break.
Yeah, it kind of seems that I can see from here that the base welds are extremely strong. But I'm not sure if he's supposed to be that leaned forward. I can always tweak his stance a little bit to make him stand a little more upright. But, you know, I would expect that his back area would be more of like right here. Or I'm sorry, right. It's hard for me to see on my phone. Right there. As opposed to leaning as much as he does. So.
Nate Scares said it also looks like that, or worse, in the Home Depot pictures, despite the clown said his stock photos look like that as well.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it gives a very, especially standing in front of him, and standing in front of him, especially I can imagine if I was a little kid, his stance is definitely giving off a I'm coming right at you vibe, as opposed to like Crouchy where he's kind of just crouched over. It's almost scarier than a normal tall prop because of the way he's leaned. Kind of freaking me out here alone in a strange town I've never been in before with this big dude lurking over my shoulder. Yeah. I see that Healy's Gam Boy asked how much he was. Amy, do you remember how much he was? 2 something?
Well, we got 2 props today. What was it?
I believe he was 219, but I would have to double check. So.
The animatronic guy said 200.
Okay, 200. Yeah.
Mr. Halloween Dude sent in a super chat of $1.99 and said, "Are y'all gonna call room service now?"
Am I gonna call room first, Mr. Halloween Dude? Thank you for the $2, son. Appreciate that very, very, very much. I'm not sure if we should call room service or discuss the other piece that we got. The other piece that we got was kind of hard for us to find.
Why don't you do a poll? Do they want to do a room service now?
I don't even know if this hotel has room service. And it's
Or
a Wyndham.
do a prop.
I'm seeing people say other piece, discuss other thing. I think we should discuss the other piece. So, this other prop was actually rather hard for me to locate. It is not Cackles, I will tell you guys that much. We haven't hit our 10K yet, so you guys got to share. You have to share. You have to share. You have to make sure that you share. Hey, Spirit Halloween guy, how you guys doing? I'm going to ask a poll real quick about what you guys think we got. Okay. So hold on, let me get the poll ready. Oh wait, can I not do a poll because I'm doing it this way? I don't believe I can do a poll now. Oh, boo. You can't do a poll when you're doing it on your phone. That sucks. So let me see here. Slide him back a little more. Can you see it yet? Can you see it just yet? Oh, not yet. It's a black box. What is in it? 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 All right, I see Pleco Amy is saying Spirit Box.
Army.
Mr. Halloween, oh, is it Army? I can't, oh yeah, Army. Sorry about that. I see Mr. Halloween Dude is saying Spirit. I see Spike the Clown is saying it's the Vape Clown or Popcorn Clown. Animatronic Crazy said a 10th Giggles the Clown.
Oh god. For real. The raccoon trash can? What?
Can you guys see what it is? It is the Popcorn Clown. Yay! We got the Popcorn Clown. Yay! We got that Popcorn Clown. Yay! We got that Popcorn Clown. Yay! We got that Popcorn Clown. Who is that? It's the Popcorn Clown. Who is that? Popcorn Clown. We got the Popcorn Clown. I will tell you guys, this guy was hard to find for us. First off, none down in Texas. I called around trying to get this guy yesterday. And when I called around yesterday, the closest one was in the Bronx. 2 hours and 15 minutes away from where I was located at that time in Pennsylvania. And I was a bit upset, but I was ready to make the push. However, I did the time, I did the math on my Google Maps. I wasn't going to get there before they closed. So I went ahead and contacted some some Halloween cities today that was near me when I was near New Jersey. And what do you know? There was one in New Jersey, and they said, not only did we just get him in today, but we have like 7. So I was like 14 minutes away or something, ran over there, got this guy, asked if they had Cackles, and you know what he told me? I'm not sure. We got a huge shipment in, and I have pallets and pallets and pallets in the back. It may be in the back. I said, can you go look? He said, nope, not right now. But I told him I was up here from Texas. He said he'll take down my contact information, and if they locate it either today, if they locate it tomorrow or locate it on Friday, he will save it for me and call me. So maybe we can get him and not open him until we hit that 10K. Or maybe it's going to be ready for us when I get back to Dallas, because we have one prepared for us back in Dallas. 1 of 2. So we'll find out. Should we open this guy, Amy? Or do you think we should wait and open him on Friday?
Let's open up to the chat.
Okay. So guys, we're going to ask you, you know how we normally do, I always like to include you guys in these decisions. All right? So, if you want us to wait, type in a W. If you want us to unbox it, type in a U. Here we go. I see a W. Just only paying attention to the letters. Another W, another W, another W, another W, another W, one U. U, W, U. Oh, I'm seeing some W's. I'm seeing some U's. Some U's, some W's, and O. Jacko sent an O. What are you thinking? I'm seeing some of you guys posting more than once. What are you thinking, Amy? W's or U's? Because it looked about 50-50.
I really wish we could do this poll. Are you sure you can't do it on the...
Let me see if I can do it on my phone. I don't believe I can, though. Not there. I don't want to accidentally kill the live. What does this button do? That just changes my thumbnail for some random reason. I can send myself a picture. Oh, like it. Whoop, almost disconnected there. Can't do a poll when it is